look who's back. It's been a while, hasn't it? Everybody, how have you been? I know it's been a number of months and I have not posted anything for quite some time, not since my Flash review, but I wanted to do a quick review for Saw X. Now, believe it or not, I had no interest in the Saw franchise. I love 1 and 2. I saw 3, but after 4, things kind of went pretty bad, and I'm talking me back in the early 2000s, because the films just really weren't as good as the first 3, in my opinion. But now that I am going to be part of the 31 on 31 this year, my first time ever, so again, thank you, Mr. Cody, CP, and everybody for having me be a part of the crew. I'm excited about that. I have to see a bunch of movies, so I finally just finished the entire Saw franchise last week. But of course, I had to see Saw X to complete the assessment. So I have a good familiarity of the entire franchise. I know what's going on. I'm very current with it. So in my opinion right now, I mean, again, Spiral was good and I love 1. The others are pretty tough to kind of decipher which one's great, because again, you can tell they were just punching out these films every year because, you know, they made money. You know, let's invest $5 million in this film. It's going to make $50 million. So it's a cash cow. So again, the quality of the films were really not all that great. So I didn't enjoy Spiral because it was a different take. So with Saw X, I had no idea it was coming out until Cody had mentioned something a couple weeks back. I'm like, oh shit, I got to check it out. So again, going in with those expectations, I saw the film tonight, and here are my thoughts. Without getting into spoilers, obviously, this film is a prequel, and again, it showcases Mr. Tobin Bell, the actor who plays John Kramer, aka Jigsaw. Now, this film, again, before I get to my thoughts, this film, it actually was completely different. When it comes to the tone of the film, it didn't start off like a Saw movie. It feels like a drama. And it's heavily focused on John Kramer, and this takes place, from what I can understand, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, after 1 and between 2. But it really goes into him. He's in the film most of the time, and his performance is very sympathetic. You feel a lot of empathy for him, and you're actually rooting for him. Again, the film, you can tell they invested a lot of time writing the character of John Kramer so we can really sympathize with him. And I was really shocked by that, because if you look at other films that are out there, like, what are the other villains, so to speak? You have Freddy Krueger, you have Chucky, you have Michael Myers. I don't think there's ever been a film where they actually invest a lot of time to see a person become the villain and to see more or less where they're coming from. More or less in this film, you're rooting for him to give the bad guys the comeuppance. You're rooting for the bad guy, so to speak. Is he really the bad guy, though? That's up for debate. But again, the tone of the film, I'd say the first 45 minutes do not feel like a Saw movie. They don't. I mean, it feels like a drama of a person who, again, this is not a spoiler, but he's got inoperable cancer. Inoperable cancer. Man, say it again, Rudy. Inoperable. There you go. Inoperable cancer. And he's trying to find a cure. We know that. But again, the first 45 minutes of this film feel like a serious human drama. And there's a lot of emotion and emotional weight that you're feeling in this movie that is so unlike any horror movie, any of the other Saw movies. And I love that because it's completely different. I walked in, I'm like, wow, this does not feel like a Friday night at the movies horror movie. It feels like a human drama, which is a unique take. And I hope other studios actually take a piece of what they're doing here and implement that with other franchises. Can you imagine seeing a Michael Myers franchise and the origin of him and feeling sympathy? Not the Rob Zombie shit, but I'm talking a real good writing team focusing on why this person became who they are. I think if they revisited a few of the icons, there's potential there. That's all I'm saying. And of course, after the 45-minute mark, it becomes a traditional Saw movie. And just like all the others, even 4 through 7, which were really bad, the practical effects were always excelling. Those are always the best parts of the film, including here. The kills are amazing, and the kills actually make sense now. And when I say make sense, let me explain what I mean by that. Again, because I just saw all of them recently. 1, 2, and 3, I like the kills because there's actually a consequence. Someone could actually live through these tortures. They'll come out disfigured, you know, they'll be missing an eye or a tongue, whatever, but they're still have a chance to live. When the other Jigsaw took over, the kills didn't make any sense. The traps didn't make no sense whatsoever. They were dead either way. So it kind of took the emotional weight investment in those scenes. You're just kind of waiting for the gore to kick in. So I didn't like the kills through 4 through 7, okay? In this one, that's back. There's more writing, there's more time and more originality into the kills, and the graphic is hell. And I found myself clenching, you know, my fingers and getting white knuckles and just like kind of making that face. because it was so great. It does run a little long. I believe it's almost 2 hours as compared to the other films were, well, like 1 hour and 30 minutes. It does drag here and there, but I'm going to tell everybody right now, as far as my rating, I don't have a rating system. I don't think I ever came up with one, but I'm going to say this. If you're a fan of the Saw franchise, this, in my opinion, is, I'm going to say it right now, is my favorite. It's the best. It's the best one. Now, I know that's up for debate, and I may change my mind, but right now, leaving the theater and just kind of soaking it in, it's just, it was a complete surprise. I didn't expect the writing to be so great. I didn't expect the emotional weight to be there. And the sympathy and empathy that I felt for John Kramer, I really didn't expect all that. So it was a different tone, a different approach that I really wish and hope other writers in Hollywood actually take a piece of that and say, let's try this instead, versus the traditional template that we've been getting for the past 30 years. So I loved it. It's my favorite Saw movie out of the entire franchise, and I'm saying that just having watched the entire franchise last week. And I just realized if I was gonna do a ranking video, I just kind of ruined the, the suspense. But anyway, yes, Saw X is my favorite Saw movie as of right now. And I recommend you go see it. And that does it for my review, everybody. If you like the review, you agree with me, put some comments down below, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna do more reviews the Halloween season. Halloween season always brings the creativity and that excitement for movies all over again. So I'm gonna be doing more videos. And again, you'll see more of me with some lives and watch-alongs coming up as the weeks go by. But again, I have been super busy with the Rooted Advice channel. Of course, that's my other channel that I've been working on. I've been heavily vested in that and building a community there. So again, if you follow me there, if you're looking for any advice that's totally unrelated to movies regarding dating, divorce, and all those type of things, go to Rooted Advice. But I'm having a wonderful time over there. But this is always going to be where my heart is. I love movies. It's my escape. And I want to thank everybody who's discovered my channel because of Cody or through CP. It's what I love talking about. But until then, I'll see you next time, everybody.